You're live. We're live. Thanks, Lee.
Okay.
I
will confirm again this time.
Kick it
okay,
off. We're live. Thanks, Lee.
Okay.
Thanks, Lee.
Okay. I will confirm again this time.
Kick it
Okay.
off.
Yash, I think you're on mute.
Okay, awesome. So I was hearing my own voice and I was like, where this voice is coming from. Okay, awesome. Hey everyone, I welcome you all to today's special Meshery Hacktoberfest meeting. Oh. I think there is some issue with my. Okay. I hope I am audible now. Am I audible? Okay, awesome. Okay. So, yeah. So, hey everyone, I welcome you all to today's Meshery Hacktoberfest special meeting. And I see a couple of people in the chat. I would like to know where they are tuning from. So please do let us know where are you guys tuning from. And I see a couple of names like Sparsh is from India, Kavya, Rajesh, and just put in the chat. Are you excited? And where are you from? Where did you find the Meshery? Yeah, so you can do the hashtag Meshery as well as Kishore is doing. Hashtag clarify. Nice. Okay, as I will let few more people join. I will wait for 1 or 2 minutes as well till all other people join and they see the live. Hey Dinesh, Raj, hello from India. Hey Ahmed, Nigeria. Nice to meet you guys. There is a lot of things we are going to discuss today. We have amazing speaker lined up. We will talking about Meshery, how you can contribute. Hey Kavya, and a lot of things. Hey Mia from Sydney. So a lot of people are tuning in. Okay, awesome. Just put like, where are you guys tuning in from? And how did you find about the Meshery as well? A lot of people putting in the chat. Okay, awesome. So we'll start uh, with the agenda items. So we have Abid as a speaker today, Ritesh and Ijoma and me itself again. Then we will be talking about a lot of things. You don't need to focus on this, what we are going to talk about. Let's just move forward with my introduction. So hey everyone, I am Yash. I have been contributing in Meshery for a long time. It's been a while since I have been contributing, and I am a maintainer of a project and also work as a developer advocate at DigitalOcean. I have been here for a while, and if we talk about the Meshery's history, Meshery has been participating in the Hacktoberfest for the past years, more than 3 years, I think, and we are continuously participating in the Hacktoberfest and supporting the Hacktoberfest and open source community. Open source is one of the core initiative that we support for the Meshery as well, because Meshery is whole project is open source itself, and the part why we participate in the Hacktoberfest, obviously to support contributors and the project itself, so that you can learn and take initiatives, lead, and someday maybe you become a maintainer and lead the project. And this is one of the goal of all the maintainers. We are here to support you as well. So Meshery has been participating for the past years. We also provide a lot of incentives like certifications and badges, and a lot of support from the Meshery community. So if we talk about, there is a lot of support we do, and we also participate other than Hacktoberfest as well. We participate in the LFX, we participate MLH, GSOC, and She-Code Africa as well. So if we talk about the theme of this year Hacktoberfest, Well, the thing is, this year the theme is design with Meshery. So let me give you a little bit introduction what Meshery is. If you are new to today's uh, live, let me share and give a small information what Meshery is, or you can find more information on the docs.meshery.io. Well, Meshery is the project about how you can manage your cloud native applications with Meshery. So these days, as a DevOps and SRE, we use a lot of open source projects to manage our infrastructure. And those projects especially include Sensei projects as well. So a lot of work has been done on that part. And it is really complex when you do that by yourself, especially if you're writing the YAML files, right? So that's where Meshery comes into the picture. Meshery helps you design your whole infrastructure through the amazing UI where you can just use your drag and drop functionalities to design your infrastructure. Isn't it amazing, right? It's as much as it sounds cool, it is as much as useful as well. So do give it a try, and that's why we have a theme on designing with Mishri. And I think as a Hacktoberfest participant, this is a great opportunity for you to participate. As a non-code contribution, if you're new to the open source, or if you're new to this whole open source journey and how you want to contribute, I think this is an amazing way to contribute in the Mishri as well. Go design with Mishri, deploy your infrastructure in Kubernetes, and raise the PR and submit them as well. This way you will learn how to understand the architecture, reference architecture, which is pretty complex in itself in the cloud native ecosystem. And which through Mishri you will learn both way, and you will be participating in the Hacktoberfest as well. So this is an theme for this year, and that way a lot of non-code contributors can also participate. A lot of code contribution we also support, and we will be supporting, and we will be discussing how you can do a lot of contribution on the code side as well, which other speakers, amazing speakers, will be sharing with you as well. So let me just see in the chat if there is anyone. Hey Kishore, hey Vidit, nice to have you here, guys. Do let us know where are you tuning from. Are you excited? Just put in the chat as well. And yeah, let's go to one of the thing which is I want to talk about is the Mishri velocity. Well, Mishri has been here for a long time and maturing with the time, getting better and useful for the developers we support. Now, with that support, we are also growing as well. So as you can see in this graph, we are growing with a great velocity. And you can check out on the github.com as well. You can check out on the CNCF as well. Mishri has been the ninth fastest growing project in the CNCF ecosystem as well. Isn't it amazing? I think it is because of the support of all amazing maintainers who do full-time here and support all the contributors to make sure they are able to submit their uh, PRs issues, they are able to work on it. And that is all because of the maintainers and other contributor support as well, which is helping us to make sure we are growing. And guess what? We are right now we are on the 7.9K stars. And I'm really hoping after this today's kickoff event, maybe we can hit the hit 8K, 8,000 GitHub stars as well. We just need few stars as well. So do make sure to check out the github.com/mishri/mishri and give it a star to the projects. And we are definitely growing, and we definitely will be celebrating 8,000 stars as well. Maybe. Awesome. So I will go to the next part. So till now we have been talking about a lot of what Mishri is, and let me share my journey, how I started, and how this whole thing is started, and how open source supported me as becoming a maintainer, and it's a huge responsibility. So before that, I would love to check the chat. Ahmed is saying I discovered Mishri through the Linux Foundation during the KCNA certification. Oh wow, that's awesome. I love to know that, Ahmed. And Rajesh is like road to 8K stars. Definitely road to 8K stars, Rajesh. Awesome. So I started back then 3 years ago, I think in the late 2022 or in the early 2023 when I submitted my first PR, which was fixing a small issue in the CSS, and I got off track. To be honest, I was not able to fix that simple issue, and I got off track. And then some of the amazing maintainers messaged me, where's their progress and how they can help me. And they helped me submit, merged my first PR. And once you merge your first PRs, the confidence you get contributing and the encouragement you get to submit and merge the second PR as well is was really high for me at that time. And I got a lot of support from the Meshery community. To be honest, I was trying to contribute in a lot of projects, and there are only few projects in which you are being welcomed, and maintainers put a lot of time to support you, and Meshery is one of them as well. And that's why I got a lot of support in the Meshery community, resources I can check out, and how I can contribute in the community, especially the e-commerce meeting. Having and the managing these meetings is really tough, but I really appreciated at that time that maintainers are making sure that we support these meetings every week. And every week I used to join those meetings, and I used to try to contribute. And after a few months, maintainer reached out that I have been doing some good work, and so they reached out with the support that if I would like to take more responsibility and become a meshmate are the ambassadors of the community who help others to contribute and grow as well. And it was then I started contributing more. I got a lot of responsibilities in one of the few of the areas of the mission to contribute and keep contributing. And one day I also got support with the LFX mentorships, and I contributed as a LFX mentee. Then I became a LFX mentor, and then a maintainer. So it's been a journey since I have been here, and I've been contributing since past 3 years. And then you actually learn the value of the open source. And when you actually become a maintainer, then you become when you think, okay, this community have given me a lot, and as a maintainer, I also want to support you all as well. So there are a lot of maintainers who have more than similar journey like me, or more great journey like me, a more better journey better than me, and they will be sharing their journey as well and how you can contribute as well. So that was my journey, and since then I've been here contributing, helping you all, and they are helping me as well. So let me just check the chat, if there any chat. Nice, thank you Ashish. Kishore, yeah, already. Ahmed, Marcus, meshmates are so helpful. Definitely, meshmates are so helpful. And to be honest, the thing was, when I joined first time, I saw on the meshmate page that there are 4 5 meshmates are there. There was a one spot which was blank, and I never know that I will be there one day. I really never thought that I will be there, and after 3 months, I was there. So definitely, they are definitely so helpful, and I really think that you if you contribute consistently, you can become a meshmate as well. Well, that's all from my side. Now let's move forward and invite Abid, which is one of the maintainer, meshmate, and leader of the project as well. He will be sharing a lot of things with you. So be make sure to be attentive on this thing. It is going to be technical. Okay, Abid, over to you.
Thanks, Ash. Let me take the screen. Yeah. Thanks, Yash, for the introduction. Yeah. Hey, everyone. I'm Abid Sofi, and I'm maintainer of Meshery. I've been contributing to Meshery for probably like last 2 or 3 years, and I'm mainly a maintainer of Meshery UI and Meshery server. And today's theme of Hacktoberfest is working with designs, and I'm going to walk you through how to create designs, what designs are, how to create them, how to manage them, and how we can take benefit of design. So this would be a kind of an hands-on session, but before going to a code demo or like actually demoing, I will give you some theory and give some context of what designs are. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, starting with what a design is. So a Meshery design is in a way similar to a Google Doc. So it's a collaborative document similar to a Google Doc where you can define and manage your infrastructure And just it's not like just related to infrastructure, but similar to a Google Doc, it provides some additional features wherein you can like review your infrastructure, review your design, and manage the whole life cycle of your infrastructure. So the designs in Meshery are the primary deployable units. So like when you're working with Meshery and you're designing your infrastructure, you want to like at the end, you want to deploy it to some environment. So like if you're designing a Kubernetes application using Meshery, or you're creating a Prometheus server, or maybe, yeah, even if you're trying to work with AWS or Azure, like Meshery supports all of those. So as you are designing those resources, you would want at the end of the day, you won't want to deploy them, and a Meshery design is the primary construct that you would be deploying. And the Meshery designs are not just limited to infrastructure. Using Meshery design, that facilitates like reviewing. So if you think of Meshery designs kind of similar to as a existing IAC type, like as an Helm or as a Kubernetes manifest, the main difference is that Meshery design is not just like for defining your infrastructure, but it provides some additional functionalities. Like you can, using a Meshery design, you can review your infrastructure. You can also like add additional context to your infrastructure, like those, like if you are designing a pod, and you want to tell your peers like how it's working, and if you want to review like if you have properly configured it, Meshery designs facilitates that. And one of the most important things that I kind of start was like a Meshery document is a collaborative document. So it's not just a single person working on a design, but all of your peers and teammates can work together on a single design and configure it and get it properly deployed and manage the lifecycle of that design. So I also like, it's even if you are starting, a Meshery design might be just an architecture diagram for you. Like if you are trying to create a new deployment and you want to start from just an architecture diagram, yeah, Meshery can help with that. You can just diagram your architecture, add some annotations, add some icons, add some images, and after that you might just get it reviewed, like how does it look, and after that you might progress to the next step to making that diagram orchestrable. So you can do all of those things in a single document, in a single place, from like starting from just a diagram to an actual deployable unit. And so talking on like how to create a design, I think that's enough theory. I hope I didn't confuse you. So like to create a design, there are like a couple of different ways. So first, you always don't need to create from, like there's obviously you can create a design from scratch. You can open the Meshery and start it from scratch, but you might be already using some other tool, like you might be configuring your infrastructure using Helm, or you might be using a Kubernetes manifest, or you might be still on Docker and using a Docker Compose. So Meshery helps with taking your already existing infrastructure document, like, or like as we call them IACs. So you can take that and import into Meshery, and just Meshery would intelligently create a design from your existing infrastructure. And you can also like ingest your already, like if you connect Meshery to your Kubernetes cluster, you can ingest from the cluster all of your resources and start managing them directly from Meshery. And another way of Meshery is like Meshery provides a big catalog of already existing templates or some of the patterns and collab native standards. So you can start directly from a template and get working on a design. So if you are trying to create a new 3-tier deployment, and you can just take an existing template and start from there and start configuring your database and your server. And obviously then you can start from scratch. That's what we're going to do in this session. We'll be creating a small design from scratch and see how different features in Meshery tie things together, and how we can add and try to deploy it, and how we'll get a feedback when we try to orchestrate the design. So I'll exit the slides and get directly into Meshery. So right now I'm in Meshery, and I'm inside one of the extensions in Meshery called Canvas, which is a visual designer for designs. So using the Canvas designer, you can visually create your designs, or as you can also say, you can visually design your infrastructure. And if you look into this UI, this should be pretty familiar, and some aspects of this UI should be at least be familiar to you. If you use some other tool, like if you use FigJam or if you use Google Slides, you might be able to think about some of the related components. So this is our primary canvas where we will be designing our infrastructure. And for starting, we might give our design a name. So we are like, when we jump into this UI, we're kind of like already inside a blank design. But if you want to start from a template, you can choose a template from the catalog, or as you can see, you can also directly drag and drop an existing IAC file into the canvas. But we are going to start from scratch. So we're going to give this a name. So let's call this Hacktoberfest. And We'll start with a pretty small design so we can cover everything in the time frame, and we'll see how different features in Meshery tie up together. So I will start with a small Kubernetes deployment and see how everything works out. So first we'll start with a deployment. Like in a Kubernetes, we have a deployment with a service. So we'll take a deployment and a service and try to tie those things together. To get a Kubernetes component, will like first get to the Kubernetes, because so this is just like a small shortcut to your Kubernetes model, which contains all of the components related to Kubernetes. So all of these are deployable resources from Kubernetes, which are present here as a shortcut. But the Meshery is not limited just to Kubernetes. You can see almost there are like 70 different or 100 models and 2000 components that Meshery supports right now, and which can be extended. So there's a big import button at the top. So you can take from different components like Prometheus, Azure, and like all different Kubernetes and cloud native things. So we'll be working with Kubernetes in this session. So I will take a deployment. So I'll search for deployment and drag and drop it on the canvas. Sorry, I misspelled. Yeah, we'll drag and drop a deployment on the canvas. And as this deployment loads, we can see we can already start configuring this. So this is not just an icon, but an actual resource that we can later on deploy out to our environment. So we'll just add a small container to this deployment. Let's add a small Nginx container. Let's call this Nginx. And give the image of Nginx. I'm not using a correct image URL, just a dummy image here. So, but yeah, this is how we can like start configuring this deployment. There are like tons of fields, and regarding like however you want to configure it, you can like add the fields here, and you can see like you can already see like you would be getting some feedback, and like I'm already missing a field here. So for a deployment to be valid, it needs to have some selectors. The template is like a required property. You can see those things are visually feedback to you. So you can see you need those fields, and there are other things like you can add labels to a component. So these are like your Kubernetes labels and annotations. This is like more like developer centered, like if you want to look into what actually is under the hood, so you can see, and maybe you want to debug your component if you had like created a custom component. And then there is the interesting thing called the relationship. So in Meshery, components can have relationships between them. So these relationships define the dependencies between components. So as you can see, as I had dropped the deployment on the canvas, there's already a new component wrapping it. So it's your own namespace. So in Kubernetes, every deployment or all namespace sources need to be inside a namespace. And using mesh relationships, we had defined that for all component namespace component, we need to automatically create a namespace. So whenever I drop the component, I got a namespace automatically created. So this helps with otherwise, like if this feature was not there, I would have to manually drop a namespace and configure the two together. But Meshery makes these things easier for you. So you automatically get a namespace attached, and you can also see like more into the component, like you can expand it and you see there's a container inside the component, and there is already a validation issue that we didn't fix because we don't have time for everything. So, but yeah, and you can add like more components to this design. Now you can also, sorry, I think we already had deployment, but yeah, actually, let me get rid of the deployment. So we'll be dropping a service to expose this deployment. So as we drop this service, you can see it would also get automatically assigned to this namespace. So all of these are now inside the same namespace. And now there's this big thing, like we want to expose the deployment using our service. So we just like with Mesh, you can just tap on it and create a network relationship between the two. So now using this relationship, we are automatically like ingressing the traffic from service to this deployment. And this like right now we're just doing like pure like infrastructure stuff, but maybe like this is usually not enough. So like people, like if you are onboarding new people or you are working with design, you might not know like what this service is for, and you want more context. So what you can do with Meshery, you can do is like you can use Meshery's annotations to like add more context to your design. So you can just take a text, sorry, you can take a textbook and add more information. So using this textbook, you can say like this service is down item because maybe you have not properly configured it. And you can also like kind of like add edges between the components to show, like point out where this, like for which component this annotation was for, so you can connect these together and tell your like peers that yeah, this service is down right now. And it's like you can also then facilitate review using the design, because like in an ideal like team, you won't be doing this isolated. There will be multiple team members working on this deployment, and you will probably be right now on the same canvas, or maybe you will be doing this async. So you'll probably drop a couple of comments for your peers and get reviewed. So you might say, I will probably tag Yash if I can find him. Yeah, so here's Yash. So yeah, as I would do this, Yash should get an email, and he will get, like in that email, he will be told that he is tagged in this design, and he can open this and then continue on the thread and get this design reviewed. And probably we won't be waiting for that. So we'll jump on the next step. So now we have kind of a design completed. So let's say this was properly configured, and now we want to deploy it to our environment. So what we do is we try to basically get it deployed. So if you go to this actions menu, you will see a couple of different like lifecycle related actions. So you can validate this design. You can also directly dry run it again as one of your environments, or you can just deploy it. So we'll go through deployment because it contains all of these steps in depth. So like you can see, when you try to deploy, you will first be told that you are having some validation issue. So we didn't fix this issue with the spec, so it's still missing inside the selector. So it will tell us that, and in an ideal situation, we'll just cross this here and try to fix it, and then again try to deploy it. But I'm going to show you like how this whole flow looks like. So we'll just continue on next, and now we'll be told like which environment we want to deploy this design to, because Meshery is like a multi-cluster manager, so it's not limited to just one connection or one Kubernetes environment. So you can have different like multiple Kubernetes connections. So let's say we are going to deploy it under this environment, and so we'll continue on. And now this is a pretty interesting feature. Now we'll try to kind of dry run it against an actual running cluster. So the earlier we were just doing some static analysis, but this is now actually trying to run against the Kubernetes connection and see how this deployment will go through. So this gives us, before actually deploying this, tells us if there would be any issues. And this is telling us about a couple of issues, like some of these are already, we saw like we are missing some fields for our deployment. And we're actually we should be fixing these. But another thing that you can do is like, if you already know like these issues are not like related to this, or you're already confident about skipping them, then you can do this, like bypass these errors and try to actually do the deployment, which probably would fail in our case because we didn't fix everything. But we're just going to do this to show how this goes, and it will give you the description of what is going to be deployed and what environment is going to get deployed to, and you'll then finally deploy the design. So I'm not going to wait for the complete deployment because it might take time. So, but after that, yeah, this is how the whole flow goes. So yeah, so as you will do this, like create this design, you're not like limited to working in isolation. These designs also live under workspaces, which are similar to your Google Drive. So we can see right now I'm inside a workspace called My Workspace. So these designs are belong inside this workspace, and any team member that has access to this design would be able to access the design. And then you can also share with any other people like which are out inside your organization or outside your workspace. You can share with them, and they get like basically share this design. And another thing is like, I will quickly talk about, because I'm running out of time. So yeah, these designs are not, you're not kind of tied always to Meshery, but you can also export these designs so into multiple formats. Like you can basically just get a backup in the same format that Meshery use, which is kind of YAML under the hood. But also you can export as a OCI and push it to one of your OCI registries. Maybe you like Docker Hub or maybe GitHub's registry. So you can push it anywhere you see the OCI image. And but you might also be just downloading it back into or exporting it into the Kubernetes or Helm chart. So then you can continue with your existing pipeline. So if you're using Helm for deployments, you can still create the design using Designer and Meshery, and then export to Helm and continue your deployment. But these two are kind of lousy translations because you lose some of the features that Meshery, like these annotations and comments, are not supported by Kubernetes and Helm chart. So those would be stripped away as you would export, but you would retain all of your infrastructure related knowledge. So yeah, that's mostly it. I'll just quickly take a look if we have any questions from chat. So yeah, YAML under the hood. So yeah, we are trying to like give you as much as a great experience, not having to type a YAML manually. So you do everything visually, and we handle the working with the messy YAML. And yeah, so I'm not seeing any more questions. Yeah, I think I can hand over back to Yash. Thanks everyone.
Awesome session, Abid, and definitely like understanding models and is really important when you trying to contribute in the Meshery, and understanding what Meshery designs is both if you understand it would be really nice. And I think Abid really showed how to do that as well. So let me just quickly share the screen and okay, so I will suggest if you want, you can check out the docs.mishri.io as your point to understand what Mishri designs and Mishri models are. And both are really important topic, and I think gives you a better understanding of how Mishri works. And if you understand Mishri models, you will be able to do the non-code contribution that we were talking about, design with Mishri. And as Abid showed a real design in his demo as well. Well, now let's invite our next speaker, Ritesh, and he will be also talking about a lot of things and how to contribute, how to start the contributions, different types of repositories that you can contribute on. So, Ritesh, over to you.
Yeah, hi. Sharing my screen. So yeah, hey everyone, I am Ritesh, meshmate at Layer 5. So we have understood like what is Meshery design and what is Meshery model. Now let's talk about you. Yes, you may be wondering like, okay, I understand Meshery is really cool, but how do I can get started contributing? So let's now cover how you can start contributing with the mechanics of contributing. Let's say to begin with, you head over to a, a repo in the layer 5 organization. Uh, let's say you have stumbled upon a interesting issue like you would want to work on, and then you can head over to the issues tab. You can check out the issue you are interested in. So now you can read the issue and understand the issue. Let's say you want to work on this issue, you can go over and comment here like, hey, I want to work on this issue, can I please get it assigned? Then if others have also commented, it's usually fine to comment if they are not assigned, and maintainers can clarify. Now once you're assigned, it's clear that you are working on it, and we don't have 5 people building the same button in parallel. Now once you are assigned, you can go over to your id, and now you can code away all night and fix the issue. Let's say you have fixed the issue. Now you can make sure you have forked the repo, you are in the branch respective to your pr. Now you can commit your issue, but you are really excited, you want to uh, you are really excited, and now you want to add your changes and commit. But hey, remember, uh, before committing, there is an important thing you need to remember. That is the DCO sign off. It is DCO sign off is DCO sign off is a developer certificate of origin. It is basically a GitHub check that verifies the email address associated with the commits. So you can do that by going over and committing it with the dash as hyphen as flag, and you can put a nice commit message like adding button, and be sure to to the catalog, be sure to be little descriptive. Now you can go and push, it will run a lint check. Now you can go and push. Now let's fast forward. Now you have pushed the PR. You will get a compare and pull request button. You can click it. Now your PR is up. Make sure to make the PR title descriptive, like not just fixed stuff or my code update. Something like remove HR banner from the events page. Straightforward, right? No guesswork. Then you can write a review for the reviewers. Make sure you have signed the commits, and now you can wait for the reviewers and maintainers to come over and review your PR and provide feedbacks. Meanwhile, we have a bot in all the layer 5 projects which come over and checks and do perform the checks, and also it provides the built-in preview for your commits. Like you it may be the case like the changes looks good on your machine, but it might be possible that it might work as expected in the preview, so be sure to check the preview. Then the reviewers might give you a feedback and you can make those changes like here. And here's the thing, sometimes you may find like reusable components, so use it so that your PRs can stay consistent. Like here there were already component that should be used, but I hard coded the list of speakers, so I got this 2 speaker list. And then once you have made the changes, your PR is ready to merge. So this was about the mechanics of contributing, the contributing flow you can follow. Now let's talk about non-code contributions. You can find bugs in the project. You can find bugs in the project. You can go over to the repo and create an issue. You can use the already existing templates for the bugs. And as we have already understood what is design, let's see how we can make a non-code contribution. Let's say you are working on this non-code contribution about creating a design. Suppose it says to create a sample application, sample 3-tier application, which have many microservices and many databases. So you can go over to Canvas, and as you have the Helm chart for your application, you can go ahead and import it here. Like I can give it a name, Chef app. I can directly import the Helm chart, like how Abid was mentioning. And here's the magic begins. Let's just wait. Yeah, here's the moment of awe. Like you can see all your services here and all the databases and all the relationship between them. Also, you can go ahead and pick up components from the panel and add it here. After this, you can save the design. You can go over to Playground. You can save your design and publish it to the catalog. When published, make sure to add the description, the technology, and appropriate description for the app. Now, once published, your app, your design will be present in catalog with the description you provided. And you can also download it from here. There are many ways to contribute. If you are into UI UX, you can once you have filled the newcomer form, you will get the access to Figma design file, and you can uh, and you can request edit access to it, and you can design the you can go over with UX designs, or you can write technical blog posts or record tutorials. There are many ways to contribute. And at last, spread the word, get involved in the project, and also drop a star if you would. Thank you.
Thank you, Ritesh. And we had a lot of discussion on how you can contribute. I would like to know in the chat and how many are you excited for the for the contribution and how you can get started. So let me share the screen and okay, awesome. So we have Ijoma on the line. So before that, I would like to check the chat. How many are you excited to contribute? Have you gotten information how you can contribute? Ritesh shared a lot of information how you can do the non-code contribution, how you can contribute on the layer 5 as well, how you can do the on the Meshery as well. So you can put excited in the chat, you can put fire, or there are a lot of good emojis in the chat, right? So you can put that as well. So do make sure to engage in the chat. A lot of maintainers are there, I can see, that are engaging with you all as well. Hey, James, I saw that you are tuning on from Los Angeles, and nice to have you here. Hey, Explorer, glad you found the sessions really helpful. A lot of we are talking about a lot of how you can contribute and how you can engage in the community. So tune in. Now I will let Ejoma share information on what Meshery extensions are and how you can contribute in that part as well, and why these are the important part of the Meshery as well. So Ejoma, over to you. You can yeah, Ejoma, you can go ahead. I think you are mute.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So my name is Ijoma Etsy, and I'm a maintenance layer 5. So I maintain both Meshery and I focus more on the Meshery extensions. So today I will be speaking on Meshery extensions, but with a more focus on Canvas extensions. So just like Abid spoke earlier, he did a really solid job in introducing Meshery designs and how Meshery kind of give us a way to be able to visualize and manage our create like a visual representation and manage our infrastructure. Like we can be able to use the canvas basically to create, edit, and also we can share our designs with our colleague. So right, I'll start out by talking about Meshery extensions. And like I said earlier, because of the theme of the Hacktoberfest, I'll focus more on the Canvas extension. So Meshery extensions are basically additional plugins or add-ons that we can that sort of provide extra functionalities to the core platform. And this extension can basically be used to customize, extend, and also we can use it to integrate other tools and services. So now, since we already have an idea of what Meshery design is all about, and also Abid, the last speaker, sort of showed us how we can be able to do that, like create designs using Canvas. So here I'm going to start speaking on Canvas. So Canvas basically helps us to I'm going to just give a brief overview. So with Canvas, we can sort of with Canvas we can convert our designs. We can convert our Helm chart or Kubernetes, our Helm chart or Kubernetes manifest to Canvas, just like the last speaker spoke about. So now, but with that, right, we also have another functionality, which is the Canvas snapshot, right? So with Canvas snapshot, it sort of makes sharing our designs really easy. So we can think of it like a screenshot of your design. So what you need to do, you can take a snapshot in the UI after creating a design. You can just quickly take a snapshot in the UI and share the links with your team or like with your team, or you can put it in your pull request. And then this basically would help us to would help the reviewer actually understand what you're trying to deploy instead of going through multiple YAML files to understand all of this. And now, thanks to Meshery extensions, because now we don't only like we don't even have to like create this snapshots of our designs only in the UI, or we can also generate Canvas snapshot directly from our command line using Helm Canvas snapshot plugin or the kubectl Canvas snapshot plugin, which is still under development. Okay, so let me quickly explain how the Helm Canvas snapshot plugin works. Since that's what is currently mostly used now. So the Helm Canvas snapshot plugin sort of lets you pass a Helm chart, right? And then it gives you the when you pass a Helm chart to your Helm chart to the Canvas plugin, it gives you a design of a design of your a screenshot of your design, and with that you can be able to sort of share it around, and it sort of gives you like a shareable URL, and with that URL you can share it around. So you can also like choose to get that Canvas snapshot URL in your email if you provide that. So I think the basic thing is you just need to run the command in the terminal. For now, I won't be doing a demo, but I think if we want to really understand more about it, we can check out the docs. So so if you run the command in the terminal, it doesn't really require you to be authenticated or logged in. So once you pass in your Helm chart, Helm Canvas snapshot, and passing your Helm chart to it, and you include your email, you going to get if you don't include the email, you just get like the URL in your terminal. And if you provide an email, you will get that in the provided email. So yeah, so that's just like an overview of how it works. So with that URL, like I said earlier, you can share with people around, you can share with your teammates and just anyone. So some prerequisites is that you need to have Helm installed in your laptop to use the Helm Canvas snapshot. You need to have it installed locally. So also, like I said, you can check the docs. I'll be sharing the link in the chat. You can check the docs to see how you can be able to install it locally and then use the plugin. Also, the kubectl plugin will work that same way, but instead of using an Helm chart, we are going to pass in a Kubernetes manifest. So it's still under development, and then there are some issues that we can contribute to, which you can head over to the repository at Meshery Extensions. Meshery Extensions organization, that's where most of the extensions are listed. And then we can head over there and make some contributions, check for open issues in this repository and try to contribute. And also don't forget to leave a star in every repository. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Ijoma. Hey everyone, I hope you learned about the Meshery extensions. Ijoma is one of the leader and maintainer of these projects who has been leading this particular part. And Meshery extension, as mentioned, some of the people mentioned that Meshery extension is really interesting. Yeah, definitely it is interesting. So, okay, let me share the screen and okay. Let me share the screen. Let me do the slideshow. Okay, awesome. So I would like to check some of the comments and maybe I should, to see comments, I have to do this. Okay. Okay. Just let us know how new viewers, where are you tuning from? I see there are a couple of new viewers. How you are enjoying it? How was the session? Definitely. Awesome. So as we are coming to the part of wrapping up the session, we have a couple of things to talk about, and one of the things is join the Layer 5 community. Now we have talked about what the community is and how you can join it as well. So if you don't know, we have in the Meshery community we have around 9,000 to 10,000 people. If I can be wrong, there can be more than those people. So you can go and join the Slack. So start with the Slack. There are a lot of people, definitely a lot of people are there who are in the Slack. You can join them and start with the beginner's guide. So as you join the Slack, you will get a beginner's guide and how with all the resources you can start with. So I saw a lot of comments in the chat that they mentioned how they can start and which issue they can pick up. So when you join the Slack, there will be community managers who will be helping you with the messages and resources you can start with, which matches your skills as well. Ask the meshmates. So if you go to the meshmate page in the layer 5, you will see a lot of meshmates are there to help you with any question you have. Definitely meshmate should be your point of contact for any help or guide you need. They will be there to support you as well. Now the question is like how do I become a member? So these are all the additions of what Ritesh mentioned. He mentioned how you can join the community, contribute to the community, and these are all the additions to that. And joining by members form, once you fill the members form, you get access to a lot of resources for you to go and check out. You get resources for contribution, docs, understanding the architecture, which is not really sometimes easy. I saw some comments that they mentioned how they can start which and make sure that I don't get overwhelmed. Well, the thing is you need to understand the architecture, right? So once you fill the members form, it opens a gate for you a lot of resources to check out and understand, right? And as you contribute, your member profile will also be uh, created. So as you can see, these are all the active contributors are right now in the layer 5 community. So as you contribute, there will be a member profile will be created for you as well, which you can share with others, which you can share with your friends. And it's kind of a portfolio and a proof that you are actually contributing and giving back to the community as well. So, and and one part is also that you can attend the meetings. So Meshery organizes a lot of meetings throughout the month. Each week there are newcomers meeting, Meshery development meetings, CI/CD meetings. So on the specific area of your interest, you can join the meetings as well. For that, you can go and check out the meeting calendar, when is the meeting is, how you can join. And I will highly suggest you go and check out those meetings. And the reason is it's a direct way for you to connect with maintainers, get an introduction. If maintainer know you, they can support you much more better than that if they don't know you, right? They can answer your question more quickly. They can put you on the priority. So do make sure to attend these meetings. And these are on the, I think, on the time zone where everyone can join. So I will highly suggest to do that as well. Now, the question comes, where do I find an area to contribute? I think Ritesh already shared how you can do that, how you can find the areas, how you can contribute in that. And in addition to that is the explore the GitHub repositories. Both the layer 5 community organization and Meshery organization contains a lot of repositories for you to check out. And all of them have a lot of Hacktoberfest issues for you to contribute in. Well, go click on this and definitely check out all the projects you can contribute on website, server side, front end side, or extension, Meshery extension that Ejoma mentioned. So that is you also go and can explore. Start with a request on the issue. Go in the issue, say, I want to work on this issue. Share the approach you think would be really nice for maintainers to understand that you can actually work on that issue. Share the approach, raise your hand, and the maintainer will make sure to assign that issue to you, and they will work with you to ensure your PR is merged with it as well, or create an issue. So let's say I was like, Abid was showing the example how you can create designs on Meshery, and somehow or somewhere you find an issue. Create an issue so that maintainers know and aware of that. So creating an issue is also a part of your contribution. So do make sure if you think there can be improvement, if you think there can be a way we can improve something or fix something, do make sure to do that as well. If the issue is stale or something, I saw the comment that someone said, what should we do if the issue is stale? Just message the maintainers and let them know that this issue is still, but you want to work on that as well. Start on the discussion form. So there is a discussion form, layer 5, discuss.layer5.io. Go there. There are a lot of questions already there. So if I share, I think discuss.layer5.io. So on this particular website, this is a place where you can find all of your questions. So the past years, a lot of similar questions sometimes come. So if you think you are stuck somewhere and maintainer is not able to help you, this should be your first go-to place. Go and check out what's working and what's not. And as with that, you join the Slack and the meeting, and that's how you will contribute. So I'll like to check the comments and see if anyone have the issue or anyone have any question. So, hey, got to catch up all the badges. Awesome. I have some seen the people badges on the GitHub profile. Yes, Mark, we have a badge program as well. So let's discuss on that. So Meshery have a Meshery Academy program where you can go and get certified with a lot of badges. There are a lot of badges there for you to get certified on, in which one is Meshery Contributor Certified badge, and the certification it comes with. These are all for all people who contribute and commit to the community and contribute in any way, maybe non-code contribution, maybe helping as a community manager, or maybe contribute in the code side. So all of those contributions are supported here, and to support and appreciate your contribution, we provide the Meshery Certified Contributor badge, which you can share on the profile. If you go on my GitHub profile, you can find some badge as well there. And so these are amazing badges which you can definitely share with your peers, with your friends, and let them know, okay, you have successfully contributed in the Hacktoberfest, and it comes with the certification which you will also receive. So definitely check out the Meshery Academy, learn more about it, check out the docs, and reach out to us in the Slack if you have any questions. So I hope this answers your questions, Marcus. And awesome. I see a lot of community members. Amazing, Kishore. Once you contribute, you will receive this badge as well. So don't worry about that, Marcus. And let me reshare the screen. Okay, let's move forward. So if we move forward, and there are, as I said, there is a ton of things that you can do and contribute on. So don't worry about anything. Don't get overwhelmed. Meshery is the top LFX program as well. So we participate in the LFX as well. If you're targeting the LFX internships, we support the contributors through these internships as well. And Meshery is the top program right now in the LFX as well. And we also participate in the GSOC. I already talked about earlier. We will be providing the Hacktoberfest contributor badge as well, which you can share inside your GitHub or anywhere that you want, maybe on the portfolio as well. So you can do that as well. I have also the badges, which you can check out on my GitHub as well, and participate in over here. And I think that's all we have for today. And before wrapping up, I would like to let every speaker have their words as before we wrap up for the community man, for the contributors and everyone. And yeah, so let's start with Avid. Avid, do you want to share any quick words with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, first of all, yeah, it was great to have everybody here. I think we had lots of newcomers, and there are too many people excited about contributing this Hacktoberfest. And as Yash already mentioned, there's no better time than this October to contribute. And there would be maintenance would be active. They would be reviewing your PRs, and I would just like to say something like sometimes you might not get a review upfront. Like if you're making a PR, there might not be a maintainer assigned to review it. So don't get impatient. There would always some maintainers are busy. Like there's too many PRs will be coming, so it might take a time to get your PR reviewed, but it would get reviewed and you would get feedback, and we'll try our best. And that's the main goal, to get your PRs merged and get you inside the community so you can contribute long time and get as much help provided as much possible, and so see you grow here. And the end goal is always so you can do better and become a contributor, then become a maintainer, then become a mesher. Whatever you want to do in your life, you can do it here, and this is the best time to join. So yeah, it's great to see you everybody here, and we'll be looking into your PRs and getting them merged and giving you the Hacktoberfest badge. They are pretty looking.
Definitely, I definitely agree with Abid. And if you want to get inspiration of a long journey, take the journey of Abid and discuss, and maybe reach out to him if you want to discuss anything, or if you want to contribute. Definitely, he will be available helping you as well. Let's go to Ritesh. Ritesh, do you want to share any quick words?
Yeah, so I just started contributing here few months back, and now here I am speaking at the community event. So this alone shows you how open and welcoming the community is. And uh, if you have any doubts, you can go ahead and post it on Slack or community forums, and everybody, community is buzzing, and folks will jump in to help and get you unstuck. So keep contributing and stick around, and you will get many opportunities and you will be learning a lot.
Definitely, I totally agree with Ritesh. And as I said, when I started, I also got supported a lot. And Ritesh is one of the great example. He recently joined, and you can see how much he's helping in the community. He pulled everything and helping preparing for all the Hacktoberfest preparations as well. So huge shout out to him as well for that. Izuma, would you like to share a few last words? Yeah, before
Yeah.
we wrap.
So, Mesh is quite a big project and it can feel very overwhelming at first. So, especially the fact that there are a lot of moving parts. But that's why we already have a well-detailed docs and tutorials to guide you, and we also have a very welcoming community too. So also you don't need to understand the entire project to have your first PR. So just start very small if you can, and then just pick one issue, ask questions, and stay consistent. And that's the way to grow in the community.
Totally, I definitely agree with Jajuma as well. Start with the small issues, pick the issue, and start working on it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all the speakers who joined in and all the maintainers who put time to share their journey and the work and how you can contribute it. And I'm really, really excited for you all to contribute in the Hacktoberfest. Let's make sure we celebrate this Hacktoberfest. From my side, I think just start, be there, commit to things, and be there. Don't leave things, and you will be definitely making this Hacktoberfest a successful event. And I'm personally really excited for the Hacktoberfest, and especially for Meshery as well. And throughout this month, we will be supporting you all. We will be celebrating this whole month, and we will be keep participating in other open source initiatives as well. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for tuning in today, and see you next time. And good morning, good night, or good evening, wherever you are, and have a nice Hacktoberfest as well. See you, everyone.